So Trent Alexander-Arnold has said that quitting his boyhood club amounted to the hardest decision of his entire life. I tell you what, I have seen the video and I give Trent Alexander-Arnold a standing ovation, a round of applause. It was simply sensational. He deserves an Oscar for that performance. There was no mention in the video of Real Madrid, but we all know exactly what his plans are. We all know that he's going to Real Madrid, and we all know why. We all know that it's the 5-year contract worth £7.6 million each season after tax that's inspiring this move. Greed. Greed is inspiring this move. Greed is inspiring Trent Alexander-Arnold to leave behind his boyhood club and sign for Real Madrid. And do you know how I know that it's greed? Do you know how I can say that and be totally clear-cut and guarantee you that the reasoning is greed? Because it cannot be anything else. He already plays for a behemoth club. He already plays for one of the biggest clubs in the world. So he can't be going to Real Madrid to play for a big club because he already plays for a big club. He can't be going to Real Madrid for the furtherance of his career because everything that he can get at Real Madrid, he can get at Liverpool. He can't be going to Real Madrid because he wants the spectacular feeling of playing in a cauldron, an atmosphere, a stadium with history and heritage, because he gets all of that already. He can't be going to Real Madrid to win a European Cup because he knows full well that he can win a European Cup at Liverpool. He can't be going to Real Madrid. You know, he's got this thing there where he constantly talks. He wants to be the first right back to win a Ballon d'Or. He can't be going to Real Madrid to achieve that because he knows full well that he can do it at Liverpool. Rodri has proved that you do not need to be playing for Real Madrid to win a Ballon d'Or. Rodri has proved that a Premier League player for a Premier League club, a less fashionable Premier League club than Liverpool, can eclipse a Real Madrid starlet to a Ballon d'Or. So what exactly can Real Madrid offer Trent Alexander-Arnold that Liverpool can't? And I think I know the answer. 30 pieces of silver. That's all it can be. There is no other reason for it. And the fact that he's going for money means that I can legitimately refer to Trent Alexander-Arnold from this point on as Trent Alexander Iscariot. That is who Trent Alexander-Arnold is, because Trent Alexander-Arnold is a traitor. He is a local lad who is turning his back on the club. And that's quite simply what this is. He is a local Scouse boy who had the opportunity that you dream of. As a young kid, he had the opportunity that you dream of to be a one-club man, to be a local legend, to be potentially one of Liverpool's greatest ever players, to be the Liverpool captain in the future, and he turned his back on everything. And I'll tell you what, some people think that I'm being a bit harsh here, but I know that I'm not. Some people believe that there are different ways that you can view this, and let's just have a think about that, right? Even if you believe that you can't begrudge any player wanting to play for Real Madrid, I don't believe that. You know, this theory, you don't say no to Real Madrid, I don't subscribe to that theory, but let's just pretend that it's true. Let's just pretend that you have to want to play for Real Madrid if you are a professional player. He's done it on a free. He's done it on a free. PSR is so important for the future and sustainability of every single football club at the moment. It really is at the epicenter of everything that's going on. Whether you're a small club fighting for your life, whether you're a big club with the ambitions of winning Europe, PSR is so important. And Trent Alexander-Arnold is an asset worth millions, and he knows it. And yet he still has decided to walk away from the club that he loves without securing that club even a penny. That's what he's done. So he will get the big signing on fee. He will get the increase in his contract. He will get the bumper payday. And Liverpool will ultimately get nothing. Just to put this in context, Cristiano Ronaldo, I think most would see as a fairly selfish man, a man who prioritises himself, a man who is ruthlessly in pursuit of numbers and individual accolades. Even Cristiano Ronaldo signed a deal the summer before he left Manchester United to make sure that they got good money for him. And yet Trent Alexander-Arnold has not done that. Now, if you think I'm wrong, if you're watching this video so far and you're saying that I've got this wrong, Alexander-Arnold doesn't deserve this, Alexander-Arnold is not a traitor, do me one favour, rationalise that for me. Why, if Trent Alexander-Arnold does love Liverpool, why didn't he sign a contract that would allow him to leave if a bid came in and therefore secure his club a lot of money? Why didn't he do that if he loves the club so much? It just doesn't make any sense for me. And if you believe that he's right to leave Liverpool, if you believe that you can't turn down Real Madrid and he has this burning love of Liverpool, I do not understand why he didn't bring them a fee. I really do not. And when you think about what Trent Alexander-Arnold is walking away from, I think it makes this decision not only a backstabbing one, not only a Judas-like one, but actually a bad one. I think it's a bad decision for him, for the furtherance of Trent Alexander-Arnold, for the betterment of Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he has made a bad move going to Real Madrid. Liverpool are the champions. Liverpool are the champions of England. England has the best league in Europe. We have the most competitive league in Europe. We have the most eyeballs on our league in Europe. English clubs are flying in the Champions League. English clubs are flying in all European competitions. And he is walking away from the champions of this country in order to go to Real Madrid. And I can't understand it. And there seems to be this movement now of football fans who don't necessarily support Liverpool, who are suggesting that Liverpool fans who are being hostile to Trent are getting it wrong. Like, I've seen people saying that this is poor from Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans should be wishing him well. Liverpool fans should be supportive of Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool fans should be doing this. Liverpool fans should be doing that. Everybody's telling Liverpool fans what they should and shouldn't be doing. And I tell you what, it's just nonsense. It's complete nonsense. Everybody is being a total hypocrite. Everybody is telling Liverpool to do one thing that they wouldn't do themselves. I saw an Arsenal fan, right? I saw a tweet from an Arsenal fan that basically said that Alexander-Arnold was free. He helped them win a couple of league titles, and it's ended with him moving on. And he basically said he was free. He's achieved what he's achieved. Why are you upset? Ashley Cole, mate. Ashley Cole was free. He helped Arsenal win 2 titles, and then he went to Chelsea. Arsenal fans hate him. So any Arsenal fan that is saying to a Liverpool fan, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Did you do that? Were you supportive of Ashley Cole? Were you loving towards Ashley Cole? Or were you at Stamford Bridge like I was when you had £50 notes printed out with Ashley Cole's face on it and you threw them on the pitch and you sung some of the most vulgar songs about Ashley Cole that you could possibly think of? Where were you on that? Because I remember being in the stadium and I remember Ashley Cole having to have special security because of what was going on that day. And yet I've seen Arsenal fans saying that Trent Alexander-Arnold was free and therefore X, Y and Z. I mean, it's just truly ridiculous because Trent Alexander-Arnold is a boyhood scouser who is turning his back on his club, and the only reason can be the pursuit of riches and glamour. And the only real losers here, if you think about it, who's lost out? Not Real Madrid. They've got the player that they want. Whether he's the player that they think he is a different question. But they've managed to sign the player that they want. So they haven't missed out. Trent Alexander-Arnold himself is now rich beyond his wildest dreams. He will now be a celebrity. The brand of Alexander-Arnold is now amplified. He'll be with Jude Bellingham. He'll be part of this. Fine. So he's a winner. So who loses out? Liverpool. Liverpool are the only losers. Liverpool fans are the only losers. Liverpool as an institution are the only losers because they've lost an asset, they've lost a good player, and they have got literally nothing for it. And this is the club that he claims to love. You know, all that. Remember all that? Just a normal lad from Liverpool. Just a normal lad from Liverpool. He's going for free. The club are losing about £80 million for the player. And he could have so easily mitigated this. He could have so easily signed and still had a release clause. Like him, just a normal lad from Liverpool, that is so anti-Scouse. That is not the Scouse thing to do. He had it all totally at his feet. His life was perfect. His Liverpool side are champions. They have an exciting elite level manager who is only just getting started. He is virtually guaranteed to be the future captain of his boyhood club. He is the very definition of a one club man. Now, I hold this in very high regard. One club men. How prestigious is that? Think about it. They don't really exist. You know, like John Terry at Chelsea, not a one club man. Frank Lampard at Chelsea, not a one club man. You know, Ryan Giggs. Think about the stature that Ryan Giggs has. One club man. Paolo Maldini, a true one club man. Jamie Carragher, an incredible one club man. Trent Alexander-Arnold could have been that. He could have been part of that club. Giggs, Scholes, Maldini, Carragher. And yet he's chosen to walk away. He's chosen to walk away from legacy. He would almost definitely have been the Premier League record appearance holder if he'd stayed. And you know this theory that's going around? Like, you don't say no to Real Madrid. Like, I just don't understand it. Why is that seen as gospel? Because for me, I never dreamt of playing for Real Madrid when I was a kid. I just didn't. You can't say no to Real Madrid. I think in these circumstances you can. Real Madrid aren't going to win the Champions League. Real Madrid are probably not going to win their domestic league. Liverpool have just won their domestic league at a canter with a brand new manager. They're going to spend money this summer. They've just tied Mohamed Salah, one of the best players in the world, to the club. They've just tied Virgil van Dijk to the club. Why on earth would you want to walk away from Liverpool now? This isn't like when Michael Owen walked away. Like Michael Owen, okay, history wasn't kind to him at all. He walked away and Liverpool won the European Cup. He went to Real Madrid to win the European Cup and Liverpool won that European Cup the next year. But you could kind of understand why Michael Owen felt like he needed to leave in order to win a European trophy, a top-tier European trophy. Because Liverpool, despite the brilliance of the Ataturk, you didn't see that coming. They were a good team, but they weren't a great team. They weren't going to win the league. They weren't going to win the European Cup. Okay, they did something incredible, but Michael Owen's rationale for leaving made sense. Equally, when Steve McManaman left, that Liverpool team were a great team, but they were not going to win the league. They were not going to win the European Cup. You know, Robbie Fowler, Jason McAteer, Steve McManaman, John Barnes. It was a glorious team. It really was a special team, the Spice Boys, but they weren't quite good enough. So you understand why McManaman felt like he needed to leave in order to increase his chances of winning European silverware and top-tier domestic accolades. So this isn't that. This isn't that. And Steve McManaman's legacy at Liverpool has been affected. You know, but the reason why it's so different is McManaman makes sense to me. He had to leave. Alexander-Arnold doesn't. This Liverpool team are sensational. Like, a genuine question for you. Are Real Madrid more likely to win the European Cup next year than Liverpool? And if so, why? Because I don't think they are. I don't think they are. Liverpool beat Real Madrid in the European Cup this year. You know, they're going to have a new manager. It's not really clicking. They're not going to win the league. Why are Liverpool less likely to win the Champions League next year than Real Madrid? Because I don't think it's true. Like, genuinely, this Liverpool team have pedigree. They're winners. Liverpool, as an institution, has the capability of winning European Cups. We know that. We know that so well. So I just don't know why he feels like he has to leave in order to do that. So, and like I say, that Rodri, that Rodri Ballon d'Or should also echo in his mind. You know, look, I truly believe that Liverpool are going to be fine here, right? But I also think that anybody saying that Liverpool fans should wish Alexander-Arnold well, I just don't get it. I really don't. All in all, I've always found Trent Alexander-Arnold a little bit overrated. And I guarantee you this, if Real Madrid think they're going to elevate their defensive options with him in the team, they've got another thing coming. They should thank their lucky stars that he was a Liverpool player when they won a European Cup in Paris. So they're my thoughts on it, but I just don't see how anyone is arguing that Trent Alexander-Arnold is not a Judas. He doesn't have to leave. Let me give you the reasons really briefly. He doesn't have to leave. Liverpool are an excellent team capable of competing at the very top. He already plays for a team that are a massive institution, so he doesn't need the opportunities to do that. Success. Is he more likely to succeed at Liverpool? I believe he is. Ballon d'Or. Rodri has proved it. What does he get at Madrid that he can't get at Liverpool? He loses legacy. He loses being a one-club man. He loses his legendary status. He loses being Liverpool's record appearance holder potentially in the Premier League era. He loses the Liverpool captaincy. He loses... I'm baffled. I'm truly baffled. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in a bit.